Hi everybody, I'm Corinne Blackstone and welcome to my craft room. I'm so excited to have you here today, and before we get started, be sure that you're subscribed here on YouTube. Totally free to subscribe, and if you hit the bell icon, that will make sure you don't miss out on any of our fun crafty content. Today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make your very own planner stickers using Canva. This is a really fun and easy thing, and you can do it completely for free. But you can definitely get a lot more stuff if you have Canva Pro, which I will link down below. If you're not using Canva Pro, I highly recommend it. There's so much that you can do with your Cricut using Canva Pro, so definitely check it out. But today we're going to make these really fun stickers. We're going to be using Nito labels. They're one of my favorite brands of printable vinyls and printable sticker paper, and you can always save 25% on your order using code Corinne25 on their website. Be sure to check them out. I will link them below as well. This is such high quality paper that I absolutely love it, and I feel like it prints really nicely, it cuts really nicely, so we're definitely going to make some really fun stickers. I'm going to show you how to make a full sticker sheet, so let's get started.
Whatever we would do, we do it just for fun.
To make planner stickers using Canva, it's super duper easy, and I'm going to show you how. So the first thing we're going to do is make a custom size, which is up here in the upper right corner. If you click on that, you're going to be able to change your size. Now, typically it says pixels here, but I want to do inches, so I just selected inches. Now what I want to do is change this to the max size that I can print with Design Space, which is 7.44 by 9.94. We may need to adjust. Design Space has been a little bit weird about the size, but we'll do that for now, just to, that's what it, what they claim we can print. So that way we can use this template to create our design to fit within that printable space. Now I will say when doing this, I do recommend that you have Canva Pro, but you can get it pretty cheap if you just want to use it for a month, but they also have really good deals for the year, so I'll link it down below for you if you want to sign up. Now what you can do, and this is a super helpful item, is the Elements tab. Elements are a great item to use, and let's say the first thing we want to use is a box, and we're going to make a little to-do list. So I'm going to go into Graphics and click See All. Now one other thing I do recommend that you do is you filter these, and you want to just go to the static option, not any animated. The animateds won't print right, so you just want to make sure that you're using static. And from here, you can kind of scroll through and find any boxes that you might like. Now, do keep in mind that Design Space is going to need to cut around them. So using something with these really thin lines that kind of stick out beyond the design, you'll need to add some sort of an offset to in Design Space. I personally am not going to do that. I'm just going to use some different boxes that I like that I think will work really well. So first box I liked was this one. I thought this one was really cute. And then I also like this one for a to-do list. Now what's great about these is you can resize them, recolor them, do all the things. So I'm going to color these into my brand colors. That way it's just easier for me, and I think it'll look really nice. So for this one, I'm going to change the center of my box to this light kind of tealy color. And then this is actually very close to my brand color. It's just a little darker, but I'm going to change it anyways. Then for this one, I'm going to go ahead and change these also to my brand colors. Now, when using Canva, you are able to have brand colors pre-selected. Like you can see, this is my brand kit. So I'm able to make these colors whatever my colors are. Now, I don't think I like that. I think I want black. So I think that looks pretty nice. Now we can resize them. And what's cool is if you pull this out, you'll see that you have your sizes right down here in this lower right-hand corner. Now, it's not going to be like precise because you can't see any more than that first decimal, but it will at least give you an idea of about how big your sticker is going to be. I want this one to be about 2.5 inches because this one's going to be more of just like a quick little like jotting note type thing. But this one here, I want to make it a little bigger. I want to make it maybe about 3 inches. I think 3 by 3 is good for this one. And I'm going to add a little to-do list to this. So what's fun about this too is you can click on the search, and I can search for the word planner, and there's all sorts of really fun little elements that you can use. But I'm going to use this one right here, this little list, and I'm going to place it inside my box and size it down so that it fits within my box. And then I'm just going to add some text, and I'm just going to add to do. Then simple as that, that box is done, ready to go. This one's good. and we can kind of start adding other things to it. Now I saw these cute little flags, so let's go ahead and grab those. Now these ones, again, you can edit the colors. You're not going to be able to do that for every single item, but we can definitely edit the colors for this one. So I'm just going to change the colors so that they're a little bit more on brand for me. So I'm just going to change them to these. Now you'll notice that I don't have a yellow in my brand colors, but this is the color that I use to go with my other colors. So I'm just going to use that. Now again, we can size them, and this will give you kind of an idea of how big they're going to be. So I think I want these ones quite a bit smaller. I don't need like a really big arrow. I'm just going to use these to point to things. So about an inch wide, so an inch kind of long will be perfect. And then I can just sort of squeeze them in next to my boxes. You can really find so many fun things if you're just looking into like the sticker section here with the planners. So then there's this important one, which again, you can just change to your brand colors or whatever colors you like. If you're doing like a theme for that month or whatever, you can change them and then you can just resize them. So I don't want my stickers real big because my planner is on the smaller side. So you can see that one looks really tiny, but I don't need anything bigger than that. You can continue to scroll through. You can find all sorts of things. You can add different elements to it if you want. There's lots of little like stickers that you can use. So you could actually just print this out and it would look like a little sticker. So it could be really cute to add. It's really up to you and kind of, you know, what your planner goals are, what you want your planner to look like. Like they have these little banners that you could put in the corners. And again, love it because you can change the colors. And like I said, you're not going to be able to change the colors for everything, but for a lot of this, you're going to be able to change those colors. So that, you know, again, goes more with my branding, whatever I want it to look like. There is also some great elements that you can just look up if you're like looking for something. Let's say you want a floral sticker. Maybe you're looking for something that's going to give you a little, just something to decorate with. You can search for that design and it's going to bring up all these different fun designs that you can look through and choose from. Now, I'm not really a flower girly, but I'm going to look up, let's look up a cat and see what we can find in cats because I like cats. So if I want to add some stickers, like I think this one's hysterical, super funny. Now, the only problem we're going to have here is these little stars right here. They might cut out a little bit funny, but we should be able to either just get rid of them in Design Space by using Slice, or we can just cut them out and hopefully they'll cut okay. But they're going to be a little bit small because obviously this cat's huge, so I do need to size them down a little bit. But again, you can really find just about anything for what you're into. So let's say you want a car. Say you want to keep track of like your gas mileage or something. It would be a really fun thing to do to print out a little car like this guy. And again, change his color, do whatever you want. Say your car is... say you have a green car. Let's say you have a green car. And you can just write in here, you know, your mileage for the week or whatever you're tracking. Or maybe you want to mark when you bought gas so you remember. So you can really do whatever you want to it. And then what's fun is you can always add some text, things like that if you want to. There's so many different things that you can do in here that I think are really fun. And then another one that I like is if you search for banner. You can find lots of banner shapes. I'm going to grab this little banner shape right here. And again, you can change the color on it, which I love. So I'm going to make a couple of these in a couple of my colors because I think these would be fun to use. Like instead of the days of the week, I could put the stickers over them and make it a little more fun, a little more colorful. You could do rainbows, whatever you want to do. But I've got my planner in front of me and I don't have very big spot for the wording. So I probably don't want to go, then maybe like half an inch tall. I can go a little bit wider, but I don't want to go super tall. So I'm fine with going longer to make it a little bit taller. So I think that's a pretty good size. Now what I can do is again, just simply add some text. And I can add Monday and I can change my fonts. There's a lot that you can do and it's really fun to play with and see what you like, see what works for you, you know, see what your text style is. Now, let's say we're working with something that's really small like this. You can go ahead and zoom in on your page and that's going to help you edit this so that it fits a lot better. Then you can just honestly select the entire design and you'll see here that you have a duplicate option just like you do in Design Space. Go ahead and duplicate that and you can just do another day. So let's say the next day I want to do Tuesday and I want to change the color of my banner. So I'm going to make this one hot pink. And then I'm going to just do every other. So what I'm going to do is copy. You can use Control C and Control V as well, rather than duplicate. It's up to you. So then I'll do all the different days in different colors. So we'll do Wednesday. Yes, I have to go Wednesday to spell it. I think everyone does. Then we've got Thursday. And then again, I'll duplicate the just these two I want to duplicate. And again, you can just click duplicate, or you can click Control C, Control V. And then I want to do Thursday. So I got Friday. Oops. I got Friday, and then Saturday, and then we'll do this one for Sunday. So I'll just Control C, Control V, and we'll just do Sunday. And now you can see I've got these little flags. Now granted, they're a little off center. That's all right. It's no big deal. They look fine. I think it looks good. Now what's fun too is you can click Align Elements, and you can just align them center, and it will do it for you, so you don't have to worry about them being messy or anything like that. And then you can just zoom back out and place them where they will fit, just so you're going to save yourself some space. Now you can move things around as you need to, as you want to, up to you, but we're going to make an entire sticker sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a couple of other elements. I am going to get rid of this cat because he's really not doing it for me, and the car. Those were just to kind of show you some ideas, but I'm going to go ahead and create some, just add some more stickers, and then I'll show you how to save it to print it to your Cricut. Once you filled your sticker sheet to as much as you want, it's up to you. You can add, you can subtract, you can make the whole sheet full, whatever you want to do. What you're going to want to do is go to the little share button, and you're going to click on download. Now again, this is why I suggest having Pro, but you can do this without Pro, and I'm going to download it both ways. So the first way I'm going to do it is without a transparent background. I'm just going to download it as is. So I'm going to call this one sticker sheet background. That way I know that it has it. I'm going to call it sticker sheet background, and I'll show you how to upload both to Design Space, but you'll see why one is way easier. Then I'm going to click download again, and if you have Pro, you can do it with a transparent background, and then I'm going to click download. I'm going to save it as sticker sheet, and that way we know that one doesn't have the background. So let's head over to Design Space, and I'm going to show you how to upload these. Over in Design Space, click on upload, and then it's going to bring up upload image. Now I did test these, so ignore that, but I'm going to click upload image, and I'm going to choose browse. They're going to be in my quick access, so I'll show you the one that has the background first. So go ahead and select sticker sheet background. I want you to choose complex, and then click continue. Now for this one, you want to click on the white area, and that will remove your background. Now the issue with doing it this way is that those important and yay stickers that already had the offset to them no longer have that. That's one reason that I really don't love doing it this way. But an option that you can do is if you go to restore, you can actually change your brush size here, and you can put your own offset back around these if you just sort of draw around them with this little option. This is really honestly the best way to do it, because trying to do it back in Design Space is going to add the offset to everything. You can zoom in on them so you can see what you're doing a little bit more, but this is not ideal. It's better to do it with the background, or just don't use items like this where they have a white offset from the design. But we're not going to use those ones. I just wanted to show you how to do it. So I'm going to cancel this, and I'm going to show you how to do the one that we used with the background transparent. So I'm going to click browse, and I'm going to find the right sticker paper, which is the one that we did with the sticker sheet. Then I'm going to click complex and click continue. And the big difference you're going to see is those important and yay stickers still have the white behind them, and then everything else is ready to be cut out. Go ahead and click apply and continue, and you want to make sure that you select the print and cut image on the right hand side and click upload. Once they're in your recently uploaded, select the item and click add to canvas. Now, one thing you're going to notice is that regardless of the fact that we saved it the right size, Cricut Design Space does not believe in that. So we will need to size this down. But what really is sort of frustrating is with this new Print Then Cut sizing, even though we know that we're able to do the 7.44 by 9.94, even if I were to size this down to fit into that area, it's still probably going to tell us no. It's very frustrating. It's going to tell me that my biggest size I can go is 6.76 by 8.93. So let's go ahead and just change this to 8.93. And you'll note that that's even smaller than we were able to do Print Then Cut before. It's just sort of one of those things right now that I think is an issue with Cricut, and it's been going on for a little while, but I do believe they are trying to fix it. But you'll notice that if I make it even just the slightest bit larger than what it says, it still says I can't do it. So I'm going to go ahead and size this back down to 8.93. That way it will let us print these. Now I'm going to be printing these on some Nito printable vinyl. Great product. Prints really great. Great for inkjet printers. You can use these with lasers as well. So what I do is I click Make It, and it's going to show us our printable page. Now again, keep in mind, obviously it's wasting a little bit of material, but that's one of the things with Design Space that you just have to kind of deal with. It's pretty annoying, but it is what it is. All I'm going to do from here is click Continue, and you'll see here that I have the Send to Printer option. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and I'm going to change some preferences in here to make sure that we get the best quality print, because obviously we want them to look really nice. First thing I want to do is make sure I'm selecting the correct printer, and I want to print from my ET2720, which is, my 2720. That one is my inkjet printer. The other one is my sublimation printer. I also have a Workforce inkjet printer, but for this we'll use the smaller printer. I'm going to add my bleed, which is just going to push the color out from the stickers a little bit to allow for any that it might cut off centered a little bit. It's going to allow for that to kind of push some color out so it won't cut off so much and show some white. Then I'm going to use my system dialog and click Print. That's not going to send it to your printer right now. It's actually going to open up our printer settings so that we're able to change some things to make sure we get really good stickers. Now again, I want to make sure that I'm selecting the correct printer because it always kind of defaults to whichever one I used last. And then I want to click on Preferences. From here, make sure you have your correct document size selected, portrait, and then from here I like to change my paper setting depending on the type of paper I'm using. For the sticker paper or for the printable vinyl from Nito, I do find that it works pretty well with the presentation paper matte, but premium presentation paper matte works even better. Not everybody has that setting in their printer, so either one will work. You want to make sure that you change your quality to high and make sure color is on, not black and white. Then go to More Options, and I want to make sure that I'm turning off my high-speed print. This may also be listed as bidirectional print, which is basically the same thing. It's just a high-speed printing. Those are really the only things that I change when it comes to just printing stickers. I don't go any further into my printer settings, but you may just want to play around with your settings before you commit to printing an entire big page if you haven't printed on the product before. Then I'm just going to click OK and click Print to send it to my printer. We're ready to load our stickers, so it's really important that you put the top of your sticker sheet, the top of your mat, and you want to load that as nice and neat as you possibly can. I'm going to go ahead and get that nice and straight on there. And then what you want to do is make sure it's well held down. Now for the cut setting on this, I use the copy paper 32 pound setting. It works really well for this particular paper, which is the printable vinyl matte. So I'm going to go ahead and load this. I'm going to go ahead and hit the Cricut button. Now what it'll do is it's going to read the little corner marks first. Then it's going to cut around all of our designs. Before you unload that you do check your cut, because God forbid you unload it and for some reason it didn't cut well. you can't just reload it and have it cut because you're never gonna get it to line up exactly correct, exactly the same way. So I did print a lot of these little purple and blue guys, so we'll just pull one of them off just to make sure that it cut through, because I don't care if I like lose out on one of them. But it looks like it cut really, really well, so I'm really excited. Let's go ahead and unload it. And then what I'm gonna do for this sheet specifically, let me move the machine out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and take this off of my mat. I'm gonna flip my mat over and then do the stickers like this, where I hold my hand on the back of the sheet. And because I like a full sheet of stickers, I could either just leave it like this, but because I hate trying to peel stickers, it's a pain in my butt, I'm gonna go ahead and take the backing off. So I'm just gonna pull off the big part of the backing, and I just use my pin pen to help me kind of start it, because I'm not very good at it. I'm obviously not very good at it with the pin pen either. But what I wanna do is I'm just gonna pull off all of the backing here. And that right here is gonna allow us to now have a full sticker sheet, and it's gonna be really, really easy to use these and just peel them right off. Now, if you have one that might like stick a little bit, like this one seems like it didn't cut perfectly, it might just had a little spot, just go ahead and hold it down with your finger. These look like they cut beautifully, so I don't think we're gonna have any issues with anything. Look at that, so nice, such a nice cut. I'm gonna go ahead and just go like this direction with these guys because they didn't want to come off very well. But look at how nice that cut. Now, I did calibrate my machine previous to this, and I think it did a pretty good job as far as calibration is concerned, but I really think that it did a nice job. Now you have these stickers that you can write on, make your to-do list. So let's do like film tutorial, and then we want to edit. We want to wash dishes, but you can see that you can write on these, and they're super easy to use. They're really high quality stickers. They're wonderful products, and you can use code Corinne25 to save 25% anytime you order from Nito Labels. Now, this again is the printable matte vinyl, but they do also come in a super glossy vinyl. They come with all sorts of different options. There's also holographic. There are so many great choices from Nito, and I really like all of them, and I think they do a great job. If you have any questions about this or any of the other things that we've done on this channel, by all means, please let me know in those comments down below. I'm always happy to answer those for you. Make sure that you've subscribed here on YouTube. That way you don't miss out on any of the fun, crafty content we have coming. I hope you guys have a great day, and as always, happy crafting!